This is a trade recap for June the 4th, 2012 on the ES Runner and Euro Runner trading systems. Taking all profits from 1 a.m. through to 4:15 p.m. First trade here is a short at 1:35 in the morning. This is a 10-tick loser. On Monday mornings, trading gets going later in the morning, and it's my suggestion to traders to probably wait for trades to materialize around the European cash open, which is 3 a.m. This is a losing trade, but on Monday mornings again, it seems to be more beneficial to wait later in the morning for trades to get going. Usually when the 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when the European cash markets open. Tends to be a better time to take trades. But nevertheless, this is a losing trade on a cautionary trade because the previous trade had made over 5 points. And we move forward. The first valid trade comes up here at 5:05 in the morning. This was a sprint trade. It's because we have a period of 20 bars or more. The flat line is stop loss line is flat. Therefore, the first turn up of the stop loss line after 20 bars, or the first turn down in the case of a short, here's the case of a long, which means a turn up, is an opportunity to take a sprint trade, which is 2 more ticks of profit in the pre-market and 2 more ticks of profit in the regular trading hours. This entry here is taken, exited at 8 ticks of profit here. The next trade is a what's called a intra-series scalp. The rules for the intra-series scalp is pretty simple. Any number inside the series, that is after the first number, can be taken as long as the difference between the two scalp numbers had a pullback of 2 points from the high to the low, which this one here doesn't have a full 2-point pullback, it's only 7 ticks, or 3 periods of stop loss line being flat. This one does meet that rule: 1 period, 2 periods, 3 periods, 4 periods. Therefore, this is a valid intra-series scalp to take, and this one is taken out at 6 ticks of profit in pre-market. Next, a later series scalp comes up here, a second series, first number. Going forward, I feel in the room for the traders, changes will be made to scalps after the market's moved at least 10 points, because these tend to fail. The highest success rate for scalps are in the first 8 to 10 points of a move for pre-market, the first 10 to 12 points for a move in the regular trading hours. So I've been seeing failures at the end of moves on scalps, whereas the beginning scalps make a lot of money. Going forward, these might be changes made to the rules, but for right now, this is 6 ticks lost. Next, we have a short. It's a cautionary trade because the previous trade made more when greater than 5 points. We now have to switch, though, to the 2 minutes. We switch to 2-minute systems at 9:30. So going back here, we go to the 4th. The 4th, we have a cautionary trade here on a short. It's at 9:48 in the morning, which is past the first 15 minutes of the market open. We don't take trades between 9:30 and 9:45. We also don't get into new trades really from 9:15 on, because we don't want to have we want to have more than 15 minutes or more to make money on a trade. And we don't take any new trades between 9:30 and 9:45, so it's really advisable in the room that we don't take any trades between 9:15, which is 15 minutes before the market opens, up to 9:45, which is 15 minutes after the market opens. We wait until 9:45. We look for trades then. This was a 9:48 in the morning trade. Because we have it as cautionary, the previous trade made more than 5 points. Then whenever we have a move that's 5 points or greater, that hasn't had a pullback of at least 2 points, which is what's called a wiggle. The market always wiggles before they keep going somewhere. So when you have 5 to 7 points of movement or more, you're going to see a 2-point wiggle. So on cautionary trades, because they're more cautious to take in the first place, we use even a safer rule for entry, which is a 2-point pullback from the lowest price. So when the short trade came up here to go short, we take the lowest price, we pull it back 2 points, we take an entry to go short right here. This did not happen. This trade that was entered by people that took the chase price right here, which is the first you have a trigger price of 76, which is on this candle here. The price did not go up to 76, so therefore the system generates a chase price of 75, which was entered on this candle here. For those that took the chase price, they were able to make a good profit on this trade. But being cautionary, More times than not, it's better to take a 2-point pullback if the market's moved 5 to 7 points and hasn't had a 2-point pullback yet, which you can see from here going down, there's been no 2-point pullback yet. So no trade here. Going forward, we have a sprint trade that loses 8 ticks right here. We have another valid scalp that comes out that loses 2 ticks here, closed at the first cautionary triangle, which is right here. As you can see, the first cautionary triangle right there. After the scalp, closed here for a negative 2 ticks. And then going forward here, we have a cautionary trade. This trade had grossed more than 5 points total, so the next trade is cautionary. And again, we have a movement here that is approximately 6 points in movement. And with a movement of 5 points or more without a 2-point wiggle, we look for a 2-point wiggle and pullback. So we take our entry from 2 points back on the highest price, which the entry was right here. And that's where we base our entry off of. This trade was a very good trade for a number of people in the room. They made 8 ticks of profit here. And we also look to make, we have our first scalp that came in here at the first scalp in a series that was entered here. That made 8 ticks as well. Moving forward, this wasn't a valid intra-series scalp. Didn't meet either one of the 2 rules, and neither did either one of these 2. The next trade here is also again cautionary, because this move now from open price to the top made over 5 points. Therefore, this is a cautionary trade. That's taken with a 2-point pullback, because this move from here to here was also over 5 points without a 2-point wiggle. Going down here, you can see there's no 2-point pullback anywhere. So we take a 2-point cautionary entry. That was entered right here, closed at the first cautionary triangle. Whenever the entry has 5 flat periods on the stop loss line and forms a contrary directional triangle, we close all positions if the first 5 bars on the stop loss line are flat. So that was closed here for 4 ticks of profit. Overall for the day, the total made was 8 ticks net for a total of 2 points for the day. Now for the euro. The euro in this day made a total of 9 pips. Monday, the first day back from non-farm payroll, released last Friday, was a day which was very slow for the most part. Not a lot of profit made on the ES, not a lot of profit made on the euro. But a lot of profit was made today, which I'll be doing the video later for, which is the 5th of June. Here we have our first, we go from 1 o'clock on, our first entry on a sprint trade. After 20 bars of flat line being flat, we take our sprint, take it out of the first cautionary triangle. We lose 5 pips. The next sprint trade right here, entered right here, taken out of the first cautionary triangle. We gain 3 pips. Sprint trades on Euro Runner are to make 20 pips of profit. The next trade here was a sprint trade because it's 20 periods with only 1 turn up on the stop loss line. So it's either a flat line of 20 periods or it's 20 periods with only 1 turn up on the stop loss line, which means it's essentially flat. The scalp trade was taken, or the sprint trade, excuse me, was taken right here on the first turn up. Entry right here, 20 pips of profit was made right here. So -5 plus +3 is -2, plus the 20 is +18. These are all half positions because they're scalps or sprints. And then these are trades taken later in the day, an entry here, an exit at the first cautionary triangle when it goes flat, an entry here, an exit at the triangle that comes up on the stop loss line being flat. So both of these were 0 pips. So the total is 18 pips divided by the 2 is 9 pips for the Euro Runner. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you in the room tomorrow.